No, that's because my argument is like it's no longer kidnapping when you're an old person because it's called
This
abduction.
is what sparked the debate. Like,
Oh,
it is no. It's still
'Cause
called kidnapping when you
is
kidnap
when
like an
is when
adult.
you take a child. After
Well,
that, it's
I
called
think that's just a
abduction.
Simpsons joke.
let's discuss. Welcome back to Broke Till Friday podcast. We've got the most bestest, extra most bestest.
Pizza
The
Yeah.
minds of the
for
millennium.
$2 more. You can get
For
extra
3
cheese.
brain cells combined today. We're all tired. We did some paintball earlier today. Someone had a wedding last night.
Dude, I'm
And
exhausted. My back hurts
His
so
back
much.
hurts so much from carrying the conversations at the
Fuck,
wedding.
dude, those fucking welts. That's one thing I don't miss about
That's
like
not
having gone to
bad.
paintball.
That's not bad. It's,
It's
well,
way
it comes with
with the territory.
Yeah, it comes to territory.
It's
So-
part of it.
But like you know how like even if
I
you
like a
like
little
something,
pain.
you don't miss like certain negative
I like a
aspects of
little
it.
pain. I like a little pain. I like a little physical pain.
Like a little physical pain.
Well, also it's like the
Dude.
rush of like, oh my god, I'm out here and I'm shooting a gun
Yeah.
at someone and someone's shooting a gun at me, and then it's like,
and then when you shoot him and you keep shooting him, dude, and then it's like,
and they're like,
And then they
they're
start
like,
bleeding, and then they.
and you're like, so kidnapping is taking away of a person by force, threat, or deceit with intent to cause him or her to be detained against their will. Kidnapping may be done for ransom or for political or other purposes. Abduction is the criminal taking away a person by persuasion, by fraud, or by open force or violence. Is
So they're the
abduction
same thing.
Is
it's the
abduction
same thing,
same as-
right? Yeah.
Oh,
'cause
kidnapping is usually accompanying with a ransom for money or other gains.
Oh.
Crime of
Abduction
abduction
is just
is
taking.
considered when a person's been taken away from their original location
what's
by
the origin
persuading
of
them
kidnapping?
Yeah.
by fraud or forceful way. Huh. What are the 4 types of kidnapping? Oh, kidnapping laws, I guess. Okay.
Origin
So-
of kidnapping.
Origin of kidnapping.
It's gonna be like
Kidnap.
back in the 19th.
Kidnap, as in nab, seize. I told you. Late 17th century. Kidnapper.
Yep, you're right.
English.
To steal a child.
Back formation from kidnapper, from kid, slang nab, nap, nab, seize.
Basically, when they were trying to provide servants to the
Take
American colonies,
children.
apparently.
Yeah. Oh. Take your child.
Etymology of kidnap. Yeah, from the late 17th century was steal children to provide servants to the American colonies. Look at that.
Yeah. The
So-
young of a goat.
Kidnapping. So you steal goats, you're a kidnapper.
Mhm.
Kidnapper also.
Kidnapper.
Um,
All right, there we go. You were right,
we
Michael.
solved it. Well, with that being
That's
said,
Virtual Friday.
that's right.
Anyways,
So today we're going to go on Am I the Asshole? And actually, let me kick out Sasha real quick. She's being a menace.
That thing's been here since last time. She likes playing with that thing.
yeah. Oh,
her tinfoil
Sashita. She got distracted by my foot. Sorry, Sashita.
Tinfoil ball.
Sashita, yeah, Panchita. Panchita.
I an asshole for laughing? Is that what you said? No. I said we're going to...
Mimis? ¿Tienes
Ooh,
mimis,
hot
Michael?
memes.
We're going to look over the Am I the Asshole subreddit and
Ah.
see.
I'm definitely an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, let's see
I
what the
feel it.
situation is.
I'm an
alright?
asshole. Like outside of you guys, like and even I'm an asshole with you guys sometimes. I'm the fucking prick, dude. I'm like a bitch ass motherfucker.
Let's see.
honestly.
Let's see what they got. Top of this year. Oh, am I the asshole for laughing when my son came home from meeting his girlfriend's parents because he chose to behave like he does at home? My son burps a lot while eating. I've tried telling him multiple times it's rude. I told him to slow down so he doesn't swallow air with his food. I told him it's disgusting. My wife will instantly jump in to defend him. She will say it's just the way he is. It's not his fault. The thing is, he can control himself when I remind him. He just chooses not to. He just went on a date with his girlfriend last night. She tore him a new asshole. It was his first time meeting her parents since they live in another city. They went out to a fancy restaurant and he burped all the way through supper. He came home almost in tears from her chewing him out for behaving like a jackass in front of her family. I heard him telling my wife about it and I laughed. She asked what was so funny, and I reminded them both that I had tried dozens, if not hundreds of times to teach him table manners, and he rejected them. She protected him. I said that now he's a grown man, had to learn the hard way. They both think she overreacted and that I'm the asshole for being amused by his experience. Not the asshole.
Mm.
Wait. What?
Basically, he was burping at his girlfriend's, first time meeting his girlfriend's parents, and
She's a burper?
and she was laughing, and his
No.
dad
Oh my
was
God.
laughing at him.
I'm fucking dumb, dude. I didn't understand.
His son
Uh-huh.
burps all the time.
Right.
If he reminds the son to stop burping,
He
he'll
won't burp.
stop. Right? So it's like, I don't know if it's
Dad
unconscious
is
or
like,
conscious.
"Hey,
he's
son, you
he's
burp
telling
too
him,
much."
yeah, table manners. And he's like, no, right?
And the mom's like, let him be.
Exactly. The mom's
Okay.
like, let him be. So the son goes with his girlfriend to a fancy dinner to meet the parents, and he burps, and then the girlfriend fucking screams at him and whatever. Who knows, right?
Screams at the husband for telling him off.
At the
At the
kid.
at the
At the
kid.
So not even
the
the,
son.
so not even the father saying anything. So now it's the mother that says it's okay.
No, Michael. So the kid's parents are talking with the kid, and the kid is telling them, "Hey, I went to go to my girlfriend's dinner. Like I went on a date with my girlfriend to go meet her parents,
And she tore me a
was
new
burping."
asshole because
yeah.
I was burping all night.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
the dad cracks up and is like, "That's what she get."
Okay,
And
the
then mom
dad's
is like,
not
"You
the asshole.
overreacted."
That's not the asshole, but those parents of that girlfriend are pretentious as fuck. I
Well,
will say
no, no,
that
no. When
they're
you go to a
pretentious.
fancy-
Nah, that's
Listen,
pretentious.
listen.
It's a natural human body function that happens
No,
when
no,
you
no,
eat.
no, no.
Yes,
he said
it
my
is.
son burps a lot while eating.
Yeah.
So slow down or be.
So he's
or
just gonna
don't be
have a
rude.
bloated.
Yeah,
tummy?
he's just gonna be like,
no.
ugh.
'Cause
Nah,
if you learn
those
to
parents
chew
are
your
pretentious
food-
as fuck.
No.
Nah, they
If
are
you learn to
pretentious as fuck.
Chew your food. You can go a
Pretentious.
whole meal without burping.
That's a
Pretentious.
fucking lie.
Yeah,
That's
no,
some
wait,
bullshit,
pretentious.
dude.
Wait, and
Super
even at the
fucking
end, when you feel some
pretentious.
gas, you'll be like, excuse me, right? Whatever. You're not gonna be going, nom, 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 bleh, bleh," which is what I'm assuming is what he does,
Pretentious.
because he was burping
Yeah, but
through
it
the entire fancy dinner. You think you go to a steakhouse and you're like, bleh. So how's it going? The first time you meet your girlfriend's parents, you want to make a good impression.
Okay,
You don't wanna
at
look like
that
an
point, just
asshole.
assume that he's like grabbing their shirt and burping into their face.
No,
like,
but burping
if you go,
If you're
like
gonna
that
burp,
happens.
just-
multiple times.
yes,
the whole
that
day.
happens
if
to me
you're gonna
multiple
burp,
times.
cover-
That
cover
happened to me
your
multiple
mouth, just
times
go like that,
yesterday. I
you
had
know?
a fat steak dinner. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
But also, you were at a party. You were like drinking and stuff. It's not the same as like I'm going to go.
It all depends
control
it.
like on
And
the
the fact-
standards of who's wants
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
The
the
yeah,
fact
yeah,
that
yeah,
the
yeah.
son can control it, that's the thing. The son can be conscious of it. He just chooses not to.
Well,
But
the
that's
dad
his
said he
freedom-
can.
That's his freedom to like want to burp, and not just that.
Not
but,
only
like,
that, it's probably the way he naturally like first eats. Like it's how he decides. If someone tells, also this implies that he was burping through the whole dinner. Like if someone's burping so much that it's bothering you, you're not gonna go,
Probably some
hey,
health
do you
shit,
mind
dude.
covering up or do you
Well,
mind not doing it?
the parents were probably too nice to say anything, but that's why the girlfriend got mad because the parents probably didn't say anything.
That's
during
their
dinner,
fault then. No
and
one's
the
gonna know
girlfriend.
anything if you don't speak up.
But the dad,
Like, if I want- like,
the
look-
dad already tried to correct the behavior. The son failed to correct the behavior.
That's
the end of it.
I have horrible social anxiety, right? Like
Mhm.
I hate going up to go ask for ketchup for my fries, right?
Mhm.
But if I want ketchup on my fries, guess what? They're not gonna give it to me if I don't fucking go tell them I want ketchup on my fucking fries.
Yeah. And the dad told him,
Like-
if you want ketchup with your
If,
fries,
no,
you
no,
gotta
no,
be
no,
nice
no, no,
about
no,
it.
no. If those parents wanted him, if it was such a bad thing for him to be burping in front of them, the girl's probably been dating him for a while. They should have said something
And she
during
did.
that dinner. She
well,
said afterwards.
Yeah.
That's too late. It doesn't matter at that point. I left the restaurant without my ketchup. You know, that's
but the
on
dad
me.
already told him how to ask for ketchup,
What?
and he just chose not to.
I
in
don't
this
think you're
scenario.
understanding this analogy.
Well, because I'm saying he is telling him, "Don't burp." and people aren't gonna like that, and then he just chooses not to listen to him because you can train yourself not to, right? It's not like impossible. It's not unheard of to not burp during dinner, except of course right at the end where you're like, "Ooh, whatever," right? But multiple belches during dinner, that's
It's unreasonable to expect a complete non-function of a human body to happen,
yeah. But I'm not
especially
saying,
to a stranger.
But
Like that's unreasonable
But
behavior.
that's like saying like if you have farts, right? You try to hold them, and you don't just go. During
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
you
dinner
don't-
and
you
stuff.
don't fucking-
or you sneak them.
But you sneak them.
Yeah,
You sneak
but
'em.
you sneak a burp, right? You go like ooh, ooh, like a little hiccup or something. Okay, whatever, and then you
But
like
a
kind of
burp
burp
isn't
it.
that the same as a fart?
Yeah, well, first off, a
But-
burp is nowhere near as close as fart.
But he's belching.
Additional. No, he's not belching. We don't know he's belching.
When you
He just
eat,
said he's
when you
burping through
eat-
dinner.
When you
Okay.
eat your burp, when you fart, you shit. That's the difference.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but also, if a fart does happen, who's gonna hold it to heart? Like, only
Oh, you
pretentious
fucking
as people.
farted?
Yeah, you farted. What kind of piece of shit are you? You horrible human being.
Yeah.
Get the lethal injection now.
But but that's what I'm saying. Well, I guess
That's
yeah. With
pretentiousness.
burping, it's different. But also, yeah, you should if you can control it, and you just choose not to, the kid's an asshole.
What if it hurts your stomach and you feel bloated if you don't burp? It could be the case too. It
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
like, oh, my stomach
They-
feels bubbly.
They
I burp and now it
100%
feels
would have
better.
expanded on that if they're like he has a condition, or he would have told his
Yeah,
girlfriend would know
yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
His girlfriend would know
His
that.
girlfriend would
His
know he has a
girlfriend would know
condition,
that.
and the girlfriend would warn the parents and go, "Hey, he has a condition. He might burp a lot." But no, this is just him being like, you know. And if he can control it. That's what the main point the dad said is that he can consciously
At the end
control
of
it
the
when he's
day-
reminded.
It's what the standards of the parents, what they believe is acceptable. That's
they
what
didn't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
ends up being.
And they didn't
Yeah.
like
If they want to be like, oh, you can't burp, like
Yeah.
you know, that's
Oh, you parted your hair the wrong way. We're
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
All right.
Like,
Ooh.
table manners.
Am I the asshole for canceling the entire vacation when I found out that my stepdaughters deliberately hid my daughter's passport to get her to stay home?
What?
He canceled the entire vacation
Because his
when he
stepdaughters-
found out that his stepdaughters hid his bio daughter's passport to
So
get
she
her to
won't
stay
go?
home.
No. Oh, so let's hear the story, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no.
He's not an
Alright.
asshole for that.
Yeah.
I've been worried. I've been married to my wife Beth for 5 years. I have a bio daughter. We'll call her Jessica, right? I have 2 stepdaughters. We'll call them Monica and Leia. They're 25 and 28. My bio daughter, is 18. Both are single moms and live with us currently. The 25 and 28-year-olds are single moms. There's been issues about my stepdaughters asking my daughter to babysit the kids. She didn't have a problem with it at first.
Oh,
She does it to
hell
earn
nah.
money, but since her stepsisters don't
don't
pay her
like
much,
this
you see,
shit.
you know where it's going,
Yeah.
right? Since her stepsisters,
care of my kids.
her stepsisters don't pay her much, she just refused to babysit. We worked this out by having my wife take care of paying for the babysitting. I planned a family vacation for 3 days. Everyone wanted to go. Both Monica and Leia suggested that Jessica stay home and watch the kids, since Beth doesn't want her grandkids to come. They said it's because the kids are used to Jessica and hiring another babysitter would cause issues. They said Jessica isn't too
Hell nah.
fond of our destination, but it was obvious that Jessica wanted to go. They insisted, and Beth offered to pay her double, and there was just a lot of back and forth on this. Until I demanded they stop bringing it up. We're supposed to go last week, but when everybody had bagged their bags and it was time to go, Jessica found she didn't have her passport. We searched her bag, went home and searched there. Beth and my stepdaughters kept insisting we go back to the airport or we missed our flight. They insisted that Jessica stay at home with the kids. They even told the new babysitter to go home because she was no longer needed. I refused to go and kept searching for the passport till Monica admitted she helped Leia hide Jessica's passport to get her to stay home with the kids. I was livid. She tried to deny it, so I threatened to cancel the vacation, and then that's when they gave it back.
Ha.
I decided to actually cancel the vacation and
Yep.
blew up at both of them and berated them. They stayed upstairs for a while, and Beth refused to speak to me and said that I
Good.
punished my stepdaughters for worrying about their
Fuck
kids.
those cunts.
I don't want
Yeah.
them to stay with someone they know. I got told I overreacted and ruined the trip for everybody.
Oh, I hate people like
Yeah,
that.
dude, a fucking piece of shit.
Somebody does something fuck shit, and then you match the energy. You're like, hey, you shouldn't have acted that way. Fuck you. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why are you giving them the pass? And when I just regurgitate that back, it's like, nope, you cannot do that. But these people have an exception. Oh, I fucking can't
Yeah,
stand people like that, dude.
And then the top comment is not the asshole. To be honest, I would have kicked your wife and lazy, no good stepchildren out right then and there and ended the marriage. If they were 12, I might understand this level of entitlement and immaturity. But in their late 20s, what the fuck is with your wife? She should have roasted them for pulling this BS. There's no way the wife wasn't in on this.
They're both
she
single
absolutely
moms,
knew
dude.
about this
I
plan.
don't
Yeah.
think I don't think it was because the guy's fault. I think it was a little bit because of that. They sound
Yeah.
toxic as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to this. Am I the asshole for losing my passport to avoid babysitting on my vacation? Is this the
Ooh.
other side of it? Is this the same thing? Let's find out.
It's just, she lost
She
that
lost
shit on
her own.
purpose.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
I don't know. This kind of sounds staged now. I, 17, still live at home. My sister, 28, is married and has 2 kids. Whenever she comes over to visit my parents, she sticks me with the kids. This wouldn't be a problem, except she doesn't visit for an evening. She'll come for a week,
Oh,
and for
man.
that week, I'm an unpaid nanny. If we go out to a restaurant, I
Well.
have to entertain them because my mom needs to talk to my sister and brother-in-law. You get the picture. My parents decided that this was my last summer before I become an adult. We would be going to Disneyland to celebrate my graduation. I asked who was going. They said it was just the 3 of us. When we got to the airport, my sister and her family were there. Strange enough, they were also going to Disneyland. I went into my backpack and grabbed my passport. I put it in my sock. When we got to the international security, I couldn't find it. We looked everywhere. I had to Uber home and I missed my flight. Oh well, I get to stay home by myself for a week of peace and quiet. My parents were very mad at me for losing my passport. The money they spent on my flight and entrance was wasted. Darn. My mom and sister have both been posting about how hard it is to be at Disneyland with 2 little ones. They both posted that I ruined the vacation by being so thoughtless. My dad says he knows why I did it and he understands.
What's up
But he
with
says
these-
I should have let him know so you didn't waste the money.
What's with
He
these
said-
moms, dude?
I know. He said he would have gone
Yeah.
along with
What's
my
going on?
ruse.
Yeah, but you never know. You never know if your parents are gonna be down with something like that until it's too late.
Not the asshole. But if they post it on social media, say, wait, I ruined the vacation because I was supposed to help with the kids or take care of them myself, so this wasn't about me? reply with,
Yeah.
yeah, oh, I'm sorry I ruined your vacation. If you'd only let me know in advance that you didn't, in fact, plan this vacation as a celebration for my graduation, like you told me, but only wanted me there as your unpaid full-time babysitter, I'd have made more of an effort to be there.
God.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, why don't
Why
you just
are
go?
people- why are
And
people
then
so
when they're like, take care of the kids, like, no, it's my graduation, bye, and then
Why
fuck
are
off
people,
to
Yeah,
the civil
fuck off.
writers.
people are so entitled with just because they have kids? Like, oh, you gotta.
Mhm.
I have kids.
Oh, you have
so
to help.
Yeah.
I need you to help me with my children.
I want to see if anyone said you're the asshole. I'm gonna go down deep and let's see. Everyone sucks here. Oh no, okay, wait.
Oh, and then there's
Like-
that person.
like-
Both people were were
Everyone is
assholes.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Nah,
shit.
everyone's just saying not the asshole. Smart.
Yeah, not
girl,
the
that's
asshole.
okay.
That's not the asshole. Like if your family, if you're like close to like another person that has a kid, yeah, helping out probably should. You know, that's what happens when you're in a relationship. You know, like friendship or whatever, or cousin or whatever. But like, you shouldn't be unfairly burdened for like that was more than excessive.
Yeah, and
That
again,
was-
the celebration is for her. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, the kid's family, blah, blah, blah. No, they said it was going to be the three of them. Why would you outright lie?
Yeah,
In fact, they
yeah.
all still went, even though it's a celebration for her.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like,
It
what? No.
wasn't in the first place. She was just going to be fucking babysitting again.
Mhm.
So
We're mad at you because you didn't come to your celebration.
Yeah.
Like what?
we're mad at you because you didn't want to babysit during what was supposed to be your celebration.
They could have gotten a refund on the plane tickets and gone in on. Oh, I guess this if it's in America and like rented a van or something.
Could have gone a different day, no?
Yeah, could have gone a different day too.
Am I the asshole for giving my future mother-in-law 3 days to pay me for a new wedding dress, or else I show the family a photo of her wearing it?
Ooh.
What do you
Ooh.
think?
Nah, she's not an asshole. Fuck that. Why was she wearing the wedding dress? That's weird as fuck.
That is weird
And
as
also,
fuck.
wedding dresses are so expensive.
And they're usually fitted. They're fitted. I know
Probably
that. I know
stretched
for
it
a
out.
fact
So,
that they're
so
fitted.
let's see. I'm getting married to my fiance soon. I bought my wedding dress weeks ago. My family's mother-in-law, kept pestering me about trying it on, but I firmly refused. I finally shut it down after she offered me $100 to let her try it on. Her reasoning for persisting so much? She says it's because of her love for wedding dresses and her obsession with them. Fast forward to yesterday. I came home from work early and I found my fiance at home. He freaked out after seeing me and tried to prevent me from going into my room while trying to text somebody on his phone. I opened the door and was shocked to see his mom standing there wearing my dress. I
That's a little
instantly
weird.
pulled out my
Little
phone, took a
sus.
photo of her in it. She and my fiance freaked out after I told her that she'd need to pay me for a new dress in 3 days, or else I'll show the whole family the photo. She started crying and then left, and my fiance
Ooh,
blew up at me saying
victim.
I can't be serious and that I overreacted because his mom just wanted to try the dress on. No harm, no
That's a
foul.
weird
That's
motherfucker.
hella weird.
I refuse to listen to him because, in my opinion, the dress should only be worn by the bride and the bride only.
Yeah.
Quite frankly,
And-
I felt disgusted looking at this dress again.
Look,
I don't
like,
want it
it's-
anymore.
It's like what Edward said. It's like even if it was like they were okay with it and they were like, yeah, you can wear the dress. They're fitted, so there's gonna be some stretching. And there's gonna be,
Yeah.
unless she's skinnier than the
Bride?
bride.
Brian. Yeah.
But even then, it's like what the fuck? It's weird as fuck. Cause
It's
it's like
super-
they're in their bedroom and it's like their mom was changing in there and she's like, what the fuck's going on in there? Like, you want to take a picture of your mom with a wedding dress on that your wife's gonna wear? And you're not, you don't think
Yeah.
that's a little sus, and you get mad at your wife because she's like, that's weird
That's
as fuck.
super fucking weird, dude.
And so I think it's fair that she pays me after she ruined it for me.
Yeah.
He yelled at me and told me to wake up and stop treating his mom as if she was the enemy. We had a fight after he failed to get me back down. And
Divorce.
He's been staying with his
Oh,
mom ever
Well,
since.
Not divorce.
I
but-
felt
Cancel the marriage.
awful.
Yeah.
But I spent $3,000 on this dress and worked hard to get it. I can't stand looking at it. But people in my family think I'm escalating it and risking my relationship with the family and my fiance as well.
Fuck it. Fuck the family. Like
if He
what?
does, first of all, if he's, in my opinion, if he's not on the side of the bride for like anything, for things like that, especially like those kind of matters, it's like, what kind of relationship are you gonna have in the future? you know?
Yeah.
That's literally the top comment. Not the asshole. Are you sure you want to marry this guy? He stood guard outside of your bedroom so that his mother could try on your wedding dress. Do you think he will ever stand up for you against her?
I don't know, that's a weird mama's boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the kind of
Send the photo to everyone
That's
invited.
the kind of weird shit where like it's like incestuous in a way.
Yeah.
Even though it's not-
Emotionally,
That's emotional-
That's the
incest.
second comment
Yeah.
too. That's so funny. I want to find one where they rule that he was the asshole and
dude.
see what we think. But
I kiss my
can't-
mom on the lips.
That's
Same.
fucking weird, dude.
Or Tom Brady, he kisses his son on the lips and he's like, "Hey, come here."
Ugh.
See all
I
of them.
love you, daddy.
I love you, daddy.
No, the smiling friends.
Oh, I love you, daddy.
And then they like make out for a
You-
little.
No, he just kisses him. Like, you kiss your dad on the lips.
No, but the kiss was like held like for like a good couple
No,
seconds.
it was like. Mwah.
No, it was like
Prom-
like that. It was.
nah.
Watch it. It
Okay,
was.
okay, okay.
Let's go.
We're gonna fact check this right now. Pim story dad. Pim story dad. 30 seconds, right?
Come on, Charlie. Let's just do one quest. I always wanted to, but I was never allowed.
Daddy, can we go inside and do an epic quest with those mythical creatures?
No, Pim. The Enchanted Forest isn't for children. It's only for heroes with unrelenting dedication, bravery, and wisdom. Perhaps one day.
Oh, I love you, Daddy.
Sounds like one
After all
second.
these years, I'm finally here.
You kissed your dad on the mouth?
But that was again, that
You
was
kiss your
only
dad
like
in the
one.
It was between
Mwah.
most of what you said. It wasn't that long, but it was not like a peck. It
like a-
wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Mwah, mwah.
No,
Like,
you're.
it wasn't
you're
a French
stretching
kiss. It wasn't
It
like.
was just. Mwah. It was once.
It wasn't a tiny
It's
peck.
because Andres kisses dad on the mouth.
And he's like, eh.
Let me turn this off, dude.
That's
Y'all
like
want to know
1.5
something fucking
seconds.
funny? Something horrible but funny?
Horrible, hilarious, girl.
How do you call it? So I was rushing. We were like the mom was like a little bit. Everyone was stressed, right?
Where?
And at the wedding yesterday.
Which wedding?
The wedding I went to.
Whose wedding?
One of my friends.
Who's your friend?
What?
I'm interrogating you. Come on.
Anyways, and so they sent me back to the hotel room to get markers for like one of the boards that they were having. But
Uh-huh.
it was so close to when the wedding was gonna start, and I'm one of the, I was like the maid of honor or whatever, the mate of honor, and so I needed to be there. But they had sent me over there, so I drove back to the hotel, then back to the venue, and right as I got there, I was like, "You have to be over there already, getting ready." I'm like, "Fuck!" So now I gotta drive back. You said you pressingly needed these markers, so I drove
Wait,
back.
why did you have to drive?
Because I was the maid of honor. I was
Gotta do
fucking-
everything.
Yeah,
Wait,
I was
but
helping everyone.
Why do you have to get the markers? Why couldn't
Because
they send
that's what
someone
they
else?
do. They use them. To
The maid of honor is
use
supposed
them.
to. Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah,
though.
the best man and the maid of honor are like they're helping out,
Errand
getting
boys.
everything
They're the
ready.
brothers of the
yeah,
day.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
couldn't get another errand boy.
Yeah.
By God.
It's just what I gotta do. So and so like I was like, fuck, all right, I gotta bust ass back over there.
Mhm.
And
Bust
so-
ass.
Yeah,
Gotta bust a nut. to get
Yeah.
over there, huh?
fucking dashed over there. Got everything. I'm not gonna lie, I lost my train of thought already. Fuck.
The markers.
Funny.
You had to go
funny,
back
so
and forth?
hilarious.
Fucked up shit
Oh
happened?
yes.
Back
so
and forth?
we got ready and so we're running late. We were like 13 minutes late past where it's supposed to start. Me and like two other people, and then so we get there, we line up, and so I'm like, I just checked. I'm telling you guys, I was in such a fucking rush and we ended up being so late. I was like going 70 on the fucking street
That's
trying to
not
get back. And you're like average day,
Exactly.
average speed.
Yeah.
No, but
So 10 under the speed limit.
So
Yeah, yeah.
when you get to the part where you killed the hooker.
yeah.
and
So
then you threw her
eventually I
body-
woke up and
Yeah.
there was a dead hooker in the
In the
in the
truck.
bathtub. Some organs were missing. No. I get there. We do the whole thing ceremony. I line up, and I'm right there, and you just see like the bride walking down the aisle, and then I just hear a ding, like a notification sound
Oh, your
on the phone,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like,
Was it
who?
silence?
It's like okay, whatever.
Was it silence? Like the room?
The room was kind
Like
of
it was
silent.
just her walking and then
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
silence?
yeah. I got lucky because no one heard the phone ring because right as the phone rang, a crow was hovering above us and above me and
That's a
started
good omen.
squawking.
That's a great
It
omen.
started squawking, and then it landed, and I was like, okay, whatever. No one heard that, and then I just hear another ding, and I'm like, okay, that time it was definitely close by. It was definitely me, but again,
Why didn't you check?
that's when the officiant started speaking on the loudspeaker, which was right next to me. So again, I don't think most people heard it.
Oh.
But then I heard another bing, and this time you could hear because the guy behind me,
Bruh.
and I was like, oh fuck! It's that third time. I was like, oh shit, that is me. And the guy and the person
Why did you
behind
check
me,
on the second time, Edward?
I didn't think it was me.
Bruh.
And
still,
the-
just in case.
And the person-
I'm gonna kill you.
No.
I hate being sick.
And the guy behind me, no. I mean, I was at the wedding yesterday. I was like this.
Someone had COVID over there watching.
Oh,
No.
And then?
The guy behind me, my friend, was like, "Hey, your phone, put it on silent." I'm like, "Oh fuck, all right." And so I look, and it's all the messages from that we were talking about yesterday from the group chat. I just like, oh fuck, I forgot.
See, the fact that you don't already
Yeah.
have your phone always on mute is a big red flag. Edward.
Heck no, dude.
Always
Who the
keep
fuck
it-
No,
has
no,
their
no.
phone
Fuck
always
this.
on
I,
mute?
I have
Me.
no. I have beef with this particular fucking piece of shit. I think people are retarded for always having their phone on mute.
That's ridiculous.
Because when you need to contact them, when something happens, when there's an emergency, no one can get in fucking touch with you.
That's why I
this
have
has
my
happened
watch.
so many times. This has happened with you whenever I need to contact you.
You
like,
never call me.
I've called you once or twice
On,
when
like,
I was pressing.
Messenger.
No,
So
no, no, no.
Isn't your watch
I've
muted?
I've called you on
yes,
the phone.
but it'll vibrate, and I will feel that immediately. Because sometimes, even if
Why
it's
didn't
on
you just set
vibrate,
your
I will-
fucking
Nah,
phone
nah,
on
nah.
vibrate?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I won't feel it. That's
But
what
you
I
feel-
just said.
what
That's
the
what I just said.
fuck?
Because
Oh my
No,
sometimes
I
won't
have
feel it.
such a bunch of my girlfriend is the exact same way, and a lot of times there's like something like really personal. Like yesterday for the wedding, we were trying to discuss some plans and stuff, and I really needed to get in contact with her ASAP.
Sorry, my phone was on mute.
Yeah,
Fuck,
DND,
dude.
DND. Like it's always do not disturb.
Okay, I don't put it on do not disturb because that
Like,
sends like calls right to voicemail and
mute.
stuff like that. That's dumb.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
Like-
I just have it on mute and
Wait, they don't send them right to voicemail.
Oh, I think on iPhone they do. That's
She
why.
has an iPhone.
It is kind of
Was
silly.
it do
like,
not disturb or just silent?
I
Both, either.
I
In
tell-
my experience, they function the same
I
way.
tell Crystal because she did that too as like all the time. And like, what if I'm having a heart attack? What if I'm having a
Yeah,
stroke?
yeah, yeah.
What if I'm having an aneurysm?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
dead. I'm dead, and you let me die.
And
Yeah,
she's like,
like-
well, you would have died either way if you called me first. Idiot, call 911, stupid. What are you pressing?
So I can tell you my
Stuff
last
like that.
words before I die, dude.
Call 911.
Like no one can ever get in touch with you. Like you're like, hey, we're trying to plan something. I need. Do you want to meet up at 6
See?
or 7?
That's what
Or
I'm telling
I had to do something different. There was something pressing I need to take care of before we meet up, and now I
The-
need to call you and tell you.
The important notifications get
Nothing.
through. I tell you.
Nothing.
I tell you
Nothing.
what.
And then she gives
Unreachable.
me, Crystal gives me anxiety because like, I don't like when she goes out without me anywhere because I always have like something's gonna happen, something's gonna happen. I just stupid thoughts.
Like
in
the
my
bus
head.
is gonna crash or
The car's
something.
gonna crash.
dumb.
Someone's gonna harass her. Some bullshit like that. So whenever like one time I was asleep, and then I think I was tired from work that day, and she went to go with her mom somewhere, but she left, and apparently she said goodbye. But apparently I was so sleepy that when I woke up to say bye, I
Here's
don't
their bye, and then
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
So I woke
Ah.
up and I was like, "Where the fuck's Crystal? What
She's
the fuck?"
gone.
I was like tripping. I was like, I went inside. I was in the restroom. I was like,
You
"You
didn't
seen
text
Crystal?"
her?
I texted her and I was like, and I waited 30 minutes. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then I waited another, and I was like, then I called her, and it was just silence and silence, silence, like nothing. Like then
Someone
finally,
fucking killed her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was
Yeah.
so fucking like anxious,
Yeah.
dude. And then after an hour and
Yeah.
30 minutes, she's like, "Sorry, I was somewhere and I forgot my phone was muted." I'm like,
Bruh,
holy
I hate
shit,
that. I
dude.
hate that so much.
Holy shit.
I hate
But
that
also,
so much.
I
I
thought
feel
you
like-
died,
I
bro.
feel like
Yeah.
I always check my phone every few minutes too anyway, so it's not like I'll be like, oh, what's new in the group chat or
No,
something,
no, no.
right?
That's what
Whatever.
you think. That's what you think. Everyone who has their phone on DND or silent always thinks, oh yeah, I'll check it anyways in a couple minutes.
No.
Hours could go by sometimes without you ever checking it. You just don't notice because you're so used to picking up your phone. It's such a habit that you instinctually realize that like, oh, I've probably checked it 5, 10, 20 minutes ago, you know. And then you actually see your
Take
phone
your
records.
off of mute, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Never.
I
If my phone
despise
starts ringing, I know there's a problem. Okay,
Despise that.
Silent. And then look, I'll go trrr, and I'll be like, oh, my dad's calling me. Okay. Or if like unknown number, okay, I don't care, and that's it. But the important notifications get through.
What if your wife's like,
Despise
the
that.
baby's coming, and then like it's too late. You missed the.
Well,
birth
no,
of your
because
son.
I would feel the bzz, and I'd be like, and I'd be like, oh shit. Even if my phone's like charging or somewhere put away, I'd be like, bzz, and I'm like, oh, the baby's coming, and then run over to
Too
the.
late. You missed it
Despise
'cause
the
your fucking
silent.
phone
Yeah,
was
yeah,
on
yeah.
mute, dude.
Just-
You missed the
yeah,
birth
yeah,
of
yeah.
your
I missed the
child.
birth of my
I
child.
fucked up by not having my phone on silent during the wedding. But people who have their phone on silent all the fucking time,
Yeah, silent all the
Just
time.
put it on
Cancer.
silent and
Cancer.
moments, and then like.
But see, it's not really on silent because I have the backup.
Even
But if it was
Cancer.
on silent
even
without
at
a
the
watch,
movies,
Absolute
even at the movies, when they're
cancer.
like, turn your cell phones off at the movies. It's like, no, I just
you're
put
like,
it on
fuck
vibrate.
you. I turn
put
on
it
flash and I
No, no,
I
no.
Yeah,
record.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I know.
record.
I put it on
Okay,
vibrate.
okay,
I put
okay,
it on
okay.
vibrate. I put it on vibrate.
there's
Yeah.
a sweet middle
I
ground
don't
here.
think I ever put my phone on mute. I'll just put it. It's either on
But-
noise or vibrate. That's it. I don't ever have it on.
But
fucking
at
mute.
the movies, because sometimes we'll be watching a scary movie and it's like quiet, and I'll hear someone's like, "Zzz."
Yeah,
Who the
yeah,
fuck can
yeah,
hear
yeah.
a vibration.
I can.
No, when it's
You
like
definitely
completely-
can. Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there are those moments in the movies where it's like, and then you know this jump
a
scare's gonna come up and it's
loud-ass
really
vibration.
quiet.
No,
and
no,
then
no.
zzz. No, because it's in their butt
Yeah.
against the seat.
Because no, not only that, but because usually when you're out and about or even during a movie, there's ambient noise. There's people moving, things rustling, wind going through the trees, even if it's mild wind. There's
A
always
baby
ambient
crying.
noise. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
haven't heard of fucking phone vibrate since like school, dude. When people, would have them,
1972.
when people would have them inside their desks or something. Like that's it.
Inside the desks.
And then the little desk
Ooh,
space.
Yeah.
So
Because they be texting under there.
this guy, oh, this is a good one. He said, "Would I be the asshole if I don't change my son's name, even though it may cause him to lose an inheritance?"
What?
I, 24, got pregnant while I was taking a gap year traveling. I met an older guy, nothing gross. I was 19, he was 23. We had fun. I was working in a bar to make money while I explored his city. When I got pregnant, he lost interest really quickly. I understood, but I am pro-choice, and I chose not to terminate. I went home and had my son. I also made sure to get child support. He could afford it. He did fight it, though. I had to prove paternity and everything. Through that, his parents found out. They're all well off. They've met my son, and they truly do seem to love him. They've provided gifts for his birthday and Christmas. They've helped me with extra money so I can complete my university without going into debt. They've taken us on vacation with him so they could spend time with him. They aren't my biggest fans, but they are cordial each time we meet. 3 months ago, my son's father passed away. He got drunk at his bachelor party, tripped on the sidewalk, hit his head. That was all she wrote. My son and I attended the funeral. We spent a week in that city so his grandparents could see him. They approached me with an offer. They had no other children or grandchildren. Their son was only 28, so he had lots of time to provide them legitimate kids. They did not say this, I'm just assuming, so they never thought about my son's name. They said that if I change his surname to theirs legally, they would make him their primary heir. I think this is dumb. He's their only grandchild, and they would deny him an inheritance because of his last name. I said I would consider it to be polite and have left it at that. I actually have a pretty good life as it is. My family has been very supportive, and because of the whole court thing, my son's father had to have life insurance with him as a beneficiary. So he still got the life insurance, basically. Would it be nice for my kid to get a big sum of money? Yes. Do I want him to have the surname of a man who didn't want him, see him, or love him? No. I've been talking to my family about it, and a few of them think I'm being an asshole for giving up this kind of money for my son. It is generational wealth, and I'm making the decision based on emotion. I think they're assholes for thinking money is the only thing that matters. I think I will tell my son's grandparents that they can talk to him about it when he is 16. He'll be old enough to understand the implications, but young enough not to be tied professionally to his last name. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I dozed off halfway there. That was a long one, dude.
Basically, should she change her son's name to the name of a person that was never there for the child?
Right.
To the last name. And not only was he not there for him, he didn't want anything
Yeah,
to do
She
with
wants
it.
to do it because he
She-
meant nothing to her.
Yeah, she does not want to do it, but the grandparents are like, if he changed his last name, he get money. And she's
Yeah.
like, money's not the only thing that matters. He didn't love him.
Yeah.
And she's kind of an asshole because she's deciding money for her son, and the son might need it in the future. And like, in the future? Like, sorry, son, I took away your chances of having money right now because I didn't like your fucking biological father.
Yeah,
That's kind of shitty.
that's
you know?
really shitty. Yeah.
So who's the asshole?
I
think
think they
she's-
both are kind of.
They both are, but but her doing what she did made her the asshole. I think more.
Yeah.
You're the asshole. Fuck that dude, but you're also kind of screwing over your kid by not changing the name. That money is your child's future.
Yeah.
And guess what? They'll probably want it regardless of your beef.
Yeah.
If they find out, that could also wreck your relationship.
Yeah.
Get the bag. You can be honoring the grandparents
Not
that
just
have been
that,
involved.
not just-
And ultimately, your kid can change the name if
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
like
that's
it.
exactly what I
but
was
the
thinking.
money
Yeah,
can allow
yeah,
your
yeah.
child to pursue their dreams.
And not just that, but in a way, you're fucking over the dead guy because he's like, at the end of it, I'm taking your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Even though
Yeah,
you don't,
yeah.
yeah, you know.
If he didn't like him, good. At least he gave us all his fucking money.
And his paternal grandparents did want a relationship with him and have helped out. So
Yeah.
the last name's tied to them who do want him in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's kind
Yeah.
of a dick.
If they're good it sounds like they've been good grandparents. Even if the guy himself was, a piece of shit or
And
whatever.
the grandparents love the kid and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
cordial to the mom. They've never been assholes to the mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Go
yeah.
for it,
The kid's relationship with that last name, aside from the father, has been nothing but good.
He's not likely to forgive you when he finds out what he's missed out on.
Mhm.
And for just a surname.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad didn't want him, but his grandparents want to involve him as a primary heir.
And money.
This is a huge move on their part and could change your son's life. Imagine.
Your son's gonna be
Damn.
broke as fuck
surnames-
or need money one day. And be like,
Yeah.
damn, mom, you could have fucking I could have had all that money.
Yeah.
Imagine
billions of dollars. or something.
Whatever.
What if the
How much?
grandparents pass away before your son turns 16 and can decide?
Yeah.
He could lose a very generous inheritance because your resentment of his father. True. She's just
Mhm.
like she's being petty, but
I think she understands that. It's just, I don't know.
ooh, you're the asshole. And if I ever found out, I wouldn't forgive you. Oh, everyone's.
Yeah, that's the type of shit that makes people go no contact with their parents. TBH.
What other
Depends.
strings will the money
It
have?
depends, but
Like if the mom was a bitch, and then that would be like the icing on the cake, you
Mhm.
know. But if she was genuinely a good mom, then it would be like a little bit like, hey mom,
It'd be like,
that's fucked, mom.
Yeah.
That's the most fuck shit you've ever done to me, mom.
That would be that type of shit that you like get drunk and tell your friends
Yeah.
about like how pissed you are, but you
My
never tell your mom
took-
about it.
My mom kept me from being rich because she didn't like her baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for asking my sister what the fuck she expected to happen at her shit show of a bachelorette party? This one's really short.
What?
Listen to this. For some reason, my 32-year-old sister, my F32, so she's 32, my sister is 23, and her fiance, 25, decided that the very best way to celebrate before getting married was to have a joint bachelorette party at strip clubs. They also hired a bus limo for the evening. The aftermath was, thus far, 3 breakups, 4 people dropping out of the wedding party, 1 impending divorce, and 1 arrest.
What
The
the fuck
cleaning
happened?
bill
Yeah,
for the limo
what?
was more than the
That
original
doesn't sound
rental
real.
fee. She was crying to her mom at dinner the other day, and I snorted. I honestly tried not to, but I did. I was trying my best to just keep my mouth shut. She asked me what was so funny. I said, I wasn't sure what you expected to happen, getting a group of people drunk, using illicit substances, and getting horned up watching exotic dancers. She said I was an asshole for judging her and her friends. I said I wasn't judging, just that literally anyone could have seen that outcome. My mom told me to apologize because my sister's having to replace most of her wedding party on the fly. I did, but I still think I'm right.
She doesn't sound.
She's
she
not
doesn't-
right.
She doesn't sound like an asshole. She sounds like a snob. She's
Yeah.
like, ooh, I told you so. Like, first of all, those kind of things, that kind of environment doesn't apply the same to everyone.
Yeah.
Someone could have gone and done all those things, and it could have ended perfectly fine. It all depends on the people, and I feel like describing the outcome of what happened to all those people, they sound trashy.
Yeah, it's the people's fault,
Yeah.
not the event.
So she said there were no prostitutes.
Because like I've been to strip clubs. I've used illicit substances, right? Like
It all depends on
Minecraft?
the person.
in Minecraft.
It all depends on the person.
Like-
the
like,
person,
it-
the
it-
person talking and being and talking shit. It's not an asshole, but she sounds like a
Snob.
Like,
yeah.
ooh,
She sounds stuck up.
like you should have known better. Like,
Don't
like-
you know the Dare pledge?
Yeah, don't you know
yeah.
this happened?
Hall
Is there-
monitor ass energy.
So someone said, is there anything other than the overall party plan that made this likely to be a mess? Did they buy a bunch of coke and order sex workers? Because there's no actual reason the group of adults can't go to a strip club, get tipsy, have a nice time, not descend into chaos.
Yeah.
And she went, so she's expanding, right?
Oh.
Fine. The maid of honor and her boyfriend did not break up. The other bridesman who's married was in an Eiffel Tower with 2 of the groomsmen.
What?
One groomsman has dropped out along with the bridesmaid. Her husband has left her because I guess this isn't the first time. The other groomsman in that group has no fucks to give and will be attending. We're lucky that by the time the cops showed up, everything illegal had been taken, eaten, ingested, or swallowed. I stayed mostly sober and stayed with my sister all night so she could party and not do anything too stupid. My husband also attended, and I tasked him with keeping an eye on the groom. He decided the best way to keep the groom out of trouble was to get his pants shitting drunk, which he accompanied with the only casualty being some underwear, a sock, and a pair of Levi's. The bus and limo came out as the worst victim in this whole debacle. It needs a biohazard cleanup and maybe some upholstery replaced. My dad is pissed. After reading the comments, I went to see my sister this morning and gave her a more sincere apology. If anyone here's free Saturday, blah, blah, blah. I know for them. Let's see. Not the asshole messy. Friend groups make messes.
Yeah.
I don't know. So people called her the asshole in this one.
Yeah. I don't think she's the asshole.
She's not an asshole.
I think it was a moment of like being like, oh, haha, I knew better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You didn't, because I know better than you.
I don't think she is like Dare program hall monitor energy anymore. Based on that
She kinda
comment,
does feel like it.
I think now it's just like momentary, like I knew better than my sister.
Yeah.
In this case, it's like I knew it would turn out this way.
I guess.
Yeah,
But,
because
like-
people have said people have gone to those things with
Yeah.
alcohol and drugs. And
I was gonna
not
say-
not gotten into any trouble.
I was gonna say I feel like if me and my girlfriend had a bachelorette party like that, things
Oh!
would be fine. Like
So someone said, you're the asshole. Her friends aren't puppets. She didn't make those bad choices for them. They all fucked up on their own.
Mhm.
You are mean and rubbing her face in the fact that the people she thought were her friends actually care more about sex, drugs, and alcohol than they do about each other. That's a bummer lesson to learn about your friend group right before your wedding. Be nicer.
yeah,
it's-
okay,
yeah, that's
never
actually-
mind. yeah,
Yes.
yeah, she's being never mind.
That's funny.
Yeah, she's the asshole.
not
Unless the wife.
So
the one
she
that's-
said the party what do you think was gonna happen at the party? Idiot! Like
It's
that's
either
what-
it's
Yeah,
either-
yeah.
look, it's either like that. The bride was like unaware that her friends were like crazy, or she was aware and she went through with it,
Mhm.
even though she knew that would happen. But at the end of the day, she's having the wedding. She wants to have a good time.
Yeah.
She wants to have. She didn't want the bullshit to happen. You know.
Yeah, she just
So-
wanted to spend time with
so
her
at the end
friends.
of it, at the end of it, yeah, the sister is kind of an asshole for like being like, haha. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do better."
Haha, your friends are pieces of shit.
Yeah,
You're like,
literally.
you can't have a good bachelorette.
I told you, bitch. These bitches are
Like-
fucking fried.
Listen to this one. Am I the asshole for being embarrassed of my girlfriend's cosplay?
What?
Knee-jerk reaction.
No. Oh wait, sorry. Yes.
Am I the asshole for being embarrassed of my girlfriend's cosplay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
what are you embarrassed about? That's kind of fucked
I'm
up.
25. My girlfriend, 24, had a double mastectomy 5 years ago. She had breast cancer and thankfully made a full recovery. Unlike a lot of women, she didn't have any reconstructive surgery. This is before I met her. I'm a big anime nerd, and last weekend I invited her to a small anime con with me. She's seen a few episodes of my favorite shows, and she's not into anime. She does like cosplay, though, and she works seasonally as an SFX artist at a haunted house near us. So, like, the
I'm already
makeup
getting
and
like
stuff,
first-hand
right?
cringe or second-hand cringe.
So when I asked her to go to the con with me, she asked if she could cosplay. I said sure. She got very excited and she said I was going to love her costume. So I'll admit, I thought she was going to do something sexy for me. Well, not exactly. The day of the convention comes and she showed up to my house cosplaying Dabi from My Hero Academia. Specifically,
Which one
a
was
look
that?
he has later in the manga. It's a long white coat with white pants, no shirt. Her entire chest was exposed, and she'd obviously spent hours applying burn makeup. She has short hair that she dyes
Although-
constantly.
Yeah, the guy that's burned up
Evil one.
everywhere.
This time she bleached it white and dyed a few red streaks. I was expecting her to show up without a shirt. Her burn scar makeup only covered half her chest, so you could clearly see her mastectomy scar. It wasn't very attractive costume, especially since she'd gone all out with the scars and made it look raised and kind of realistic. We went to the con, and while a lot of people came up to take photos, I noticed several others looking at her chest. That evening, she said I'd been quiet all day, and I honestly told her I was a little embarrassed that she was flaunting
That guy's an
her
asshole.
mastectomy
Yeah, fucking
scar.
dickhead.
She got mad. I'm starting to feel guilty. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So I was like, oh,
Full stop.
how dare your girlfriend?
The girlfriend is like being confident and like trying to like put herself out there and like enjoying her cosplay, and and then the boyfriend's just like straight up like, you look crazy.
Jesus,
Fucking-
you went through She went through cancer and a double mastectomy, and you're crying out being embarrassed. Break up with her so she can find someone that's not an asshole.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
That's fucking
Imagine
funny.
your girl puts in hours of work into makeup and getting
She's
ready
probably
for
feeling
something
herself.
she's not into,
She
for
was-
something you're into, for something you want to do, and she wants to join you with
She
that.
liked it, you know. She,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
put the time and effort to do it, and she's like, she probably wanted to impress him. You know, like, look how cool I look. You like this character? Whatever.
Yeah.
Nah, she's just shitty, dude.
Ah, dude. Ah. Nothing's the worst when you're when you're really happy about something. You're like, oh yes, 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 and then they're like, cringe. It's like, ah.
Am I the asshole for telling my family how much my fiance earns after years of them making fun of his job?
Wait, what?
So far, no. Not
Am I the
asshole.
asshole for telling my family how much my fiance earns after years of them making fun of his job? They're clowning on his job, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, he makes this much." Right?
She said that to the parents.
Yeah. To clap
and
back,
she,
right?
And he's the asshole, or she's the asshole.
She's saying, "Am I the
Oh, she-
asshole for telling my family how much my fiance earns after years of them making
No.
fun of his job?"
How does that make her an asshole?
So,
She's,
Let's
no.
find out. My family is very well educated and full of professionals, including several doctors, surgeons, dentists. I have a good career making
it's
good
always-
living. When I met my fiance, he was at my house
Why
to
is your
supervise.
fiance a doctor?
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
at my
dude.
house to
Oh.
supervise a roofing crew the insurance company hired to replace my damaged roof. I instantly fell for him when he pulled up in his truck and couldn't keep my eyes off him for the rest of the day as he gave orders to his men. When we started dating, he was vague about his job, and I just chalked it up to him being insecure about me having a better career. I don't care about our income imbalance. When we got serious, we talked about our future plans, and when he told me the full extent of his little construction company. I was shocked at his construction earnings. It's as much as my dad's surgeon salary, like probably 300 grand, if not more, right? Gradually, he took me around to the handful of construction lots and shopping centers he owns. His rental income combined with its construction earnings is double that of my dad's. He said that few people know about his finances, and he expected me to keep what I know to myself. My parents disapproved of him since the first time I brought him home. My dad coined him Tool Boy, and the rest of my family joined in whenever they talk behind my fiance's back. They don't call him that to his face, but instead make snide remarks. Once, my mom said during dinner that they're thinking about hiring someone to mow their lawn, then turned to my fiance and asked him what he charges. I always try to defend him, and it's a constant battle. It's gotten worse since we're planning our wedding, and the other day my nerves just broke. Yesterday, my parents were trying to get me into getting a prenup when my dad said, "You have to protect your assets just in case Tool Boy decides to go slumming." This sounds like Indian parents, not gonna lie, because the way they say slumming
Dude.
and Tool Boy,
This sounds like
I
You
lost
keep going,
it.
finish,
I
finish.
lost it and yelled at my parents. During our shouting, I blurted out his earnings and that he makes more than both of them combined, and I stormed out. I told my fiance what happened, but instead of supporting me, he got mad that I told his parents that. He got mad that I told my parents that. I argued that I was defending him when we got into an argument. My parents and family are mad at me for keeping secrets. My fiance is mad at me for not keeping secrets. I'm stuck in the middle and don't know what to do. Oh. So what do you think now?
She's not the asshole. And I get her fiance, like, why he's like, maybe he wants to stay modest about his earnings, you know. I guess it's something he keeps secretive because he doesn't want people to know he's rich.
well,
And
because
maybe
people treat you differently.
when you're rich.
Yeah,
I get that aspect.
it's not even rich. He's just really well off. He's making like what? They said 300,000, so like $600,000 a year around. That's not rich, but that's definitely millionaire status over time.
Sounds like your husband likes to build relationships on foundations and merits outside of his finances. Meanwhile, your family looks down on anyone they deem lesser earners than themselves. I know whose corner I'd be in. Apologize to your husband and tell your family to stuff it.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you're the asshole. There are plenty of other things you could have said to illustrate how fucking horrible your family was being. You didn't have to throw out numbers. Now if your family starts acting better, he'll always know it's on the basis of his earnings, not his character. Oh, OP, the original poster, dropping how much her fiance makes to tell off her parents seems unlikely to improve their relationship. Odds are good the family will still look down on him anyway, and now OP can't be trusted to keep his secrets.
No,
Nah, fuck
I
them.
disagree with that poster. It's not that the OP can't be trusted with keeping his secrets. She did keep it for a long time.
She's accidentally the asshole,
Yeah.
someone said.
What? Accidentally,
Not
the
even an
asshole's
asshole.
strong. No, I don't even think an asshole.
You-
It's just a misstep.
She did wrong a little bit by the husband because
Yeah.
the husband wanted to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
But she's not an asshole.
Yeah,
You know? Like,
yeah.
She
But
made a
s-
mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
A mistake does not equate to an asshole.
Well, I was gonna say, because to be fair, like the subreddit is called just "Am I the asshole?" So it's like you are the asshole or not the asshole.
So I would say no.
Okay.
And you're able to comment more than one. Just
Yeah.
am I the asshole? So just elaborate there.
Someone said you're the asshole. You love your fiance, and of course it hurts when your parents make fun of him. But be honest, you didn't do this to defend him. You did it to defend yourself and your choice to marry him. You knew that he doesn't want people to know about his finances, so clearly betraying that trust wasn't a favor to him. Even if he made a lot less, he would still be a worthy human that you love. All you have done is reinforce the notion that it's okay for your parents to look down on poor folks by letting them know how your fiance isn't one of those poor folks. They honestly sound awful, and I can't believe your fiance has to put up with this treatment for this long, and I can't believe you've allowed it to continue.
No.
Rather than
That's also
defending your
wrong.
fiance on his merits and telling your parents to shut the fuck up, how
No,
could you have
it
let
wouldn't
them
matter.
keep talking about him like that?
Yeah, it wouldn't
That
matter.
should have ended day one.
Yeah. They don't fucking care about your character. They already don't. They've been doing that for so long. They do not care how good of a person you
Because
are.
they're saying she should have stopped. She should have cut that at day one, but instead she just took it and was like, okay, whatever.
Even if she
until she
never-
finally
No,
blew up
even
even
about
if
it.
she directly confronted. I have like similar experiences with this. Like even if she directly confronted them with
Like,
like
you guys
facts
are
about the
assholes.
character, even if they could think or they could say that like the fiance is the best person, or like that they even if they weren't like, because they said they weren't directly bad to him, right? That they always treated
Ooh.
him cordially. They always said stuff, right?
Oh.
But like
listen to this
those,
one.
they will never change. They will never ever change.
Okay. On that note, your fiance, you're the asshole. Your fiance told you how much he makes in confidence. You broke his trust because you were angry with your relatives. That makes you the clear asshole. And then you doubled,
Yeah.
and then you doubled down and tried to claim that breaking his trust was okay because you were defending him. Here's the thing. Your family are
Did she
snobbish
say it was
assholes.
okay that she said that?
At the end, yeah, that she was trying to justify it to him by going, no,
She
I'm doing
didn't
this to
say it was
defend you."
okay though. She was
No,
just
she
like,
was
I'm
just
trying to
she's
defend you.
plead her case.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Here's the thing. Your family are snobbish assholes and will always be snobbish assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Their opinion doesn't matter. You're marrying your fiance. There's no
No,
middle.
no, no, no,
You're
no.
an adult and
Uh.
you aren't obligated to meet mommy and daddy.
To-
This
to
is
make them
white
happy.
people.
To that, I respond. It's on the individual because some people do care about their parents' relationship regardless. Like maybe, maybe for a fact,
Mhm.
yes, her parents are fucking snobby pieces of shit, and her backlashing that way is because hey, you guys are my family. I want you to support me and my
Yeah.
husband. Stop being fucking dicks. He has money. It doesn't get who fucking cares.
You know what this is also doing? This is fucking removing the agency of the girl because she's the one who's been taking all this heat. The husband hasn't been taking this heat. They've been nice to the husband. They've been yelling at her. They've
No,
been
no.
dealing with her.
Because they made that remark. Snyder.
They make a slight
snide remarks in front of him.
Yes, but
And
even
she
the
used one
OP
as an
says,
example.
yeah,
Passive-aggressive
but
bullshit.
Yeah,
passive aggressive.
passive-aggressive.
But even the OP says that otherwise they have been cordial with him. They have been very nice to him.
fake shit, bro?
Fake shit, but they have been nice to him. He hasn't been taking the direct brunt of most of their hatred. She's been taking that shit. She's been taking that.
That's why. You're the asshole. He's a grown man who can defend himself. If he wanted to defend himself to your family, he would have done so already, or made it well known how much he owns.
Why would
Bullshit.
make
No,
it
no,
so?
no. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. So if your girlfriend is getting shit on, like by her parents, you're not gonna step up to defend her.
Not just that, but if like
Yeah,
your parents are
but
talking
not
shit
by
about
going-
if your parents are talking shit about your girl behind her back and then being passive aggressive in front of her, but then directly with you, they'll be like, "Hey, I don't like you." They'll make their own remarks in front of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
You're not gonna
saying-
defend your girlfriend?
Of
Nah,
course.
bullshit.
They're
bullshit.
saying you weren't
Bullshit.
defending him to your parents. You were defending yourself to your parents. If your parents act like this often, why do you see them? He told you to keep what
'Cause
he
they're
owns and
fucking
makes to
parents.
him.
Yeah, yeah,
Tell
they're
us
her
about her
fucking
parents.
parents. Like what? No. The parents are the fucking assholes. She's not an asshole. She made a mistake. That's honestly how it seems. These people are fucking insane with how they think. Unironically.
Some people can choose to burn the bridge with their parents. That all depends on the person.
Yeah.
But if some people still want to try and be like, hey, and fight with their parents and be like, no, you guys shouldn't be this way. Fuck you. I love my husband, etc. That's also okay. You know,
Yeah.
it just depends on the person. If you want to burn your bridge with your family just because of how they are, okay, that's on you. But if you also want to stay around and be like, stop being toxic,
Ooh.
stop being stupid, that's
Ooh.
also a choice you can make. You know.
Yeah.
Info. Does your fiance care what your family think? Does your fiance care that your family thinks so
That
low of him
doesn't-
solely
that
based on the
wouldn't matter.
assumption?
That wouldn't
And
matter.
then she said, to be honest, he doesn't care what people, including my parents, think. When my family makes snide remarks, he laughs with them until it makes him uncomfortable. He's the most confident person I've ever met. So with
It's
that
irrelevant.
in mind,
Oh, it's relevant.
Really?
It's relevant,
Because
but
he said specifically, don't tell them how much I make. And then she used that to like defend herself, saying, oh yeah, well, he makes this much. So what do you think about that? When he doesn't even really care about it.
Okay,
yeah.
hold on.
No
It
one
all
says
de-
it's not a mistake.
It all depends right there, actually, because look, if the husband is truly like
Yeah, he laughs with
unfazed
them.
by this shit,
Exactly.
and if it truly like I would if I was her, I would sit down with him and have a
Yeah.
real deep conversation, be like, truly tell me nowhere deep within you,
Yeah.
does it really bother you? If he's like truly deep within myself, it doesn't bother me, then yeah, sure, I would never even mention it, and it would also start to not matter to me. But if he even says a little bit, yeah, it does bother me a bit, with just that on its own, I will always like defend against my family with whatever I can.
I was gonna say
But-
no.
but he did
This
say-
this immediately falls through the water once you're in the other room waiting on your girlfriend to come back, and you hear massive amounts of yelling and emotional abuse from the other room. This immediately falls through. Then
Well, I don't know. if
that
was
stops
the
immediately because
situation.
she is the one taking the brunt of this. All this hypothetical shit, all this like, oh yeah, people are different, people are like this, immediately falls through when you have to be in the situation where you cannot immediately run out the door to go help her, and you hear her dad yelling at her from the other room. This immediately stops there. The second you hear that yelling, you know, okay, even if I don't care, she is taking this emotional abuse from her parents for me.
That's true. Like even if it doesn't bother me, it's bothering her that they're talking shit about me. Right? Like that.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
yeah, that does make sense. I think that makes him a little bit of an asshole because he's kind of like hey,
he's not caring
not
about what
caring
his
about
girlfriend
what she's-
is.
yeah, what she's
yeah,
going
what
through.
she's going
Oh.
through too.
Someone said everyone sucks here except the husband. Your family are a bunch of classists, and I think that's due to some things you said at first. You also had that way of thinking, only you weren't so openly about it, even less when you started going out together. I don't think that he needed your help at that moment, but he needed your support a long time
like,
ago.
okay, husband,
since
I
your
get-
family had been obviously demeaning him for a long time.
Like, okay,
Mhm.
husband, I get that you don't care that my parents hate you, but I do.
Yeah.
And that should matter too. That I care that.
That
they
should
don't-
matter
that-
to that
yeah,
should matter to the husband.
Someone said, "Soft, you're the asshole. Apologize for telling your family and going against his wishes."
Yes.
But also tell him why. It was in the heat of the moment. You said something stupid. It was because you wanted to make a hard boundary to your snobbish parents.
That is the most sound argument on that Reddit so far.
It's like literally everyone's calling her the asshole. One person said, "Not the asshole. Sounds like your family's bullying you and your fiance." But it's like all the way at the bottom, 59 points. Sounds like your family is bullying you and your fiance, and that the outburst, albeit not right towards your fiance, is somewhat understandable. You broke your promise towards him, but the intent was to protect him, even if the result is the opposite. What he protected is now lost. The problem is, if your family now likes him better, it's not because who he is, but what he
If
has.
they like him better, they can eat a dick.
Yeah, they
Probably
can eat
the
a dick.
reason he
If the
wants to keep
husband
things private in
doesn't
the first
fucking care what
place.
they think about him, he shouldn't fucking care whether they change their attitude or not at this
That's
point.
also true. Hey, that is also true. Like, oh, so you don't care if they don't like you, but you care if they do start liking
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's like, okay, if you want to be fake, be fake. I can be fake with you. We can play this game till the end of time. I don't fucking care, dude. Yeah, I'm not giving you any fucking money. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, you didn't like me when I didn't have any.
Yeah, the
You don't
husband-
get any
I feel
now.
like the husband's a little bit of an asshole,
How?
and the
Yeah.
and the bride or whatever, she made a mistake.
Yeah.
By telling his shit out, was putting his shit out.
Because
there.
I assume she's told him before about it, like personal
Yeah, they've-
experience,
they've
right?
discussed
I
it.
assume she's told him before about how how her parents actually think about him. She's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I doubt she's gonna keep that a secret. They definitely talked about this before. He
If
hears
she's-
this,
If she's made it clear that I don't like how my parents talk about you, and he's like,
mhm, and he's like, whatever, like.
then he's a
That's
little
an
bit of
issue.
a
Okay,
shit.
I don't think it was that he was going whatever, but he's like, I'm so confident that those kinds of comments don't matter to
So
me.
it
You
doesn't
get me?
matter that she's taking the
But it
brunt
does
of
matter
this
to
like
her, though.
abuse.
It does matter.
Yeah,
to
They're
her.
passive aggressive to him. They're direct and confrontational with her. Having to be in that
Well,
constant state of fight
I
or
was gonna
flight
say,
is not
it's
like nothing.
The way she described it isn't that they're like constantly screaming at her. It's that they'll be like,
Even if
"Oh,
it's not
tool
screaming,
boy,
it's like,
tool
yeah,
boy,
it's
tool boy."
that it's those little snide remarks. and
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, you know.
And she's taking most of those.
And
He's
that's why
not.
she blew up and then went,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, well he makes this much," even though he told her not.
No,
to,
no.
but-
This is like saying that, like this is like agreeing with the person who's like, "Oh, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you," and then getting mad at like the person who blows up when it's like, "Get your finger fucking away from me." Like, no,
Well, it's not just that
it's not her
it-
fault.
oh,
It's not-
oh, also,
she could have
she
handled
didn't
that better.
just say- she didn't
but
just say,
like,
yeah. She didn't just say, "Oh, get the fuck away from me." She said, "He makes $700,000 or whatever," you know.
She made a mistake by
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
si- by,
Yes. So
by-
everyone
by
sucks
breaking
here.
his trust.
Everyone
Yeah,
sucks
yeah.
here except
But
for the husband.
the husband is a little bit of an asshole. though.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
He
he doesn't
is.
care about her.
He's
and
not
what
caring
she's
about
going
her.
through.
I don't.
Yeah.
The way she described it wasn't that she doesn't care about her. He obviously
By-
loves her.
He loves, but by not addressing that, like, hey, I hear that you don't like how your parents are treating me, and that bothers you, and he's not addressing that and be like, okay, I'll hear you out. Let's talk about that. Let's figure this out. The fact that he's not doing about that, and he's more like, nah, it's okay.
Well, because
Forget it.
he's laughing.
even
off
though
'cause he's
she's
so
clearly,
confident.
even though she's clearly upset about it, that makes him a little bit of an asshole
Yeah,
for that reason.
This isn't about him. Like, yes, the subject matter is about him, but she's the one in the
They're
situation.
both in
He's
this
not.
relationship.
Yeah,
both
like,
their feelings matter.
he should care that she's going through this, that they're putting her through the fucking ringer because of him. He is being the cause of this issue right now, and him not doing anything to.
Pretend somebody was okay, like,
She should just go no contact. Go no contact with the parents. Fuck him.
Not even joking. Not even
She doesn't need
joking.
him.
Not even joking.
All right. So, am I the asshole for not letting my girlfriend eat the naan bread that we ordered?
What?
naan bread.
Naan bread. You
What is
know
naan
the
bread?
Indian
It's
bread?
good. It's really
yeah,
good
it's really
bread.
good. Naan bread.
What is it made of?
It's. I swear it's like a bread tortilla.
It's like, yeah, it's like
Oh.
it's like, yeah.
delicious. My girlfriend and I get takeout from an Indian restaurant. We like to order from. We like to order from usually when our budget allows us. This place is really the only good Indian place anywhere near us, but it's very pricey. So we try to keep our order small, one entree for me, one entree for her, and a side of naan bread that we share. The thing is, the side of bread isn't very much, and the entree just isn't the same without it. So it seriously annoys me when she eats the bread without dipping it in her curry. It's such a waste of the little bread that we get. I told her this before, but she says it's not my concern how she eats her food. Except it is my concern because she's wasting a shared side. Whatever, I let it go each time. But this time, she didn't order curry like she usually does. She ordered biryani, rice, and meat. So I was happy that I would get the bread to myself. While we were eating, she reaches over for the
Oh
bread and
my
eats a piece on its own.
God.
I got annoyed and moved the bread away from her and told her that she doesn't need the bread since she isn't eating a curry. Whereas I'm eating a curry, so I do need the bread. Also, that her entree comes with rice and she can eat that. She got offended and ended up threatening not to pay her share.
Divorce.
You know what that-
Divorce.
you know
She
what
also called me a
Divorce.
greedy asshole and took her food and ate the rest in our bedroom.
You know what that's
Divorce.
giving? You know what that's giving? Oh, you want some of my fries? I can order some. No, I don't want any of your fries, but I can order you some if you want some. No, I don't want any of your fries. Your fries come. She starts getting the fucking fries.
No.
Didn't I tell you if you wanted your own fries?
No. It's the other way around.
the other way around
the other
this
way
time.
around. Because it's one side, right? And he's like, oh, okay. Well, it's like going, this way. We usually order 2 burgers and a large fries that we share, and we both get ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
This time, she ordered a sandwich, and she didn't get any ketchup. So I'm just going to have the fries for myself.
Yeah.
And she starts grabbing for fries, as she usually does, and I go, no, you didn't get any ketchup.
Yeah, it doesn't
Get
make
it?
sense.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
he's-
stupid.
He's a fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
fucking
You're
dumbass.
The top comment with 81,000 upvotes. You're a gigantic asshole. You don't get to decide for someone how to eat their food.
Yeah.
You're splitting the bill. She gets to eat some bread, regardless of if you think it's
No, no,
being
no.
wasted.
Yeah.
You don't
Go
need it
say
that
you're
way.
sorry
You don't
for
put
eating.
ketchup on
Yeah.
that.
Exactly. That's stupid. Because if she had been like, no, I don't want any bread, and then I
Yeah,
understand
it's like,
that,
okay,
right? Where it's like,
maybe.
I don't want any fries. Come on, I'll order you some fries. No, it's fine. But the fact that he's like, well, she doesn't have curry. She's wasting it. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I started laughing at,
Dude.
cracking up as soon as
That's
I started
that's
reading it.
that's control issues or something.
Yeah.
You gotta eat it like this.
Gigantic
You gotta
asshole.
separate the peas from the mash, and then afterwards you eat the mash first.
Just
and then you
order
eat
some
the-
more and quit complaining. You're the asshole. Who gives a fuck if she eats it with a curry or not?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it seriously annoys me. It's a shit. She's wasting a shared side.
If it bothers you that much, just order some extra. Like,
But they can't afford it.
yeah,
or
okay, if they can't
whatever,
afford
but-
it, like,
but
okay,
still,
whatever. But still,
It's the same amount of bread either way. That's so
Like,
stupid. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay. Knee jerk on this one. Ready? Am I the asshole for having my son miss his graduating road trip to watch his sibling?
what? Yes.
Okay. My son just
So far.
graduated high school and we were paying so he could go on a road trip with his friends. He was supposed to go Wednesday. My wife's mother and father got in a car accident.
Ooh.
They live in another state, so we had to drive about 4 hours. My wife was a wreck and wasn't in the position to drive since her dad was critical. He pulled through, luckily. We have 2 other kids, 11 and 7. We can't leave them at home alone. We couldn't find a sitter to watch them on such short notice. We even tried our neighbors, but he couldn't do it. So I left our 18-year-old. He was pissed, to put it mildly, but did it. I told him we would make it up to him, and if we could ask his friend, we could move back the trip a week. They couldn't.
Oh.
We were gone for 2 days. He pulled through. My wife stayed, and I headed back. I paid him for watching the kids and went to talk to him about getting him on the trip. It was supposed to be 2 weeks, and they should be just a state over. He blows up about ruining his trip, and there's no point going, even though it should still be 12 days of the trip. He called me a jerk and locked himself in his room. I need another opinion since this is an emergency, and he doesn't seem to care. His grandparents almost passed. Wait. Oh. Okay, what do you think now?
They're not the asshole
Explain
at
like
all.
monkey. I fucking phased out of that one too.
Okay, is it basically the kid's grandparents
Got in a car accident.
got into a car accident. They almost died.
Critical.
Yeah,
Critical.
they went to go. They went to go visit them.
Uh-huh.
They had to leave the kids at home for whatever fucking reason. I feel that's retarded.
Why
but
did they have to leave the
yeah,
kids at
that's
home?
why. Yeah,
How old are the
yeah.
kids?
Like I don't see. They're 11 and 7. Like they
That's
didn't
pretty
have
old.
to be left at home. They could have taken them. They should have taken them with them. The 18-year-old, I could understand if he didn't go, like, but like the 7 and 11-year-old definitely should have gone with them, and the 18-year-old should have gone on things. So I understand why he's
Okay,
fucking
but why-
pissed.
okay, well, so what happened?
But he overreacted. They got into critical condition. He had to not go on the trip on, I presume, a very expensive trip because it's a
a
whole
road trip.
12-day trip.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you miss out on all those memories. Now you're intruding. Now it's harder to get in line to meet someone up on the road trip. I understand where he's coming from. Parents aren't necessarily the assholes, but they should have just taken the kids with them.
So they labeled him. he's the asshole, right?
Uh-huh.
Because someone said, I don't understand why you couldn't take your kids. It's their grandparents who are in critical condition after all. And what would have happened if he had already left?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. OP could have stayed at the in-laws' house with the kids while his wife and mother-in-law were in the hospital with
Yeah.
the father-in-law. And then someone said, so we're just disregarding the fact that the wife probably needed support and help from him as well? It literally says in the post that she was a wreck, which no one can blame her with, because both her parents were in a car accident and were injured, even if it was just her dad in critical condition. I think being there for your spouse in an emergency situation like this trumps missing a couple days of a 2-week-long vacation. And he did try to ensure that his son still got on a trip. Not the asshole.
Yeah.
So-
I don't think that changes my opinion. I think
Not
that
the asshole.
they should. Part of taking care of your spouse is taking care of your kids.
Legitimate family trip and unavoidable, yeah.
Yeah.
Sending anyone on a trip 2 days late is the best option. He needs to get over it.
Now, but
Why-
like originally, I think they should just taken the kids
Why
with
is
them.
everyone saying you're the asshole? What?
Because I can see where they're coming from. He is kind of the asshole, but he's not the asshole. But I see where they're coming from. Like I see what I see what they're thinking. But I mean, it's the decision they made. Whether they made it correctly or not is irrelevant. He's not really the asshole. He's trying to make up for kind of fucking over his kid on the trip.
Yeah. All right.
He's not he's not really an asshole.
Wait.
At least I don't think so. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, like a little bit. Not
A
really.
little bit the asshole?
Like in the middle. I'm in the middle right there.
Yeah.
Well, because again, it's an emergency.
agree.
Like it's, I would say not the asshole because it's an emergency. Like again, what would have changed if he had left? But also, he didn't leave. Like, what if doesn't matter. What happened was that there was an emergency right before he had to go to the trip, and the dad has to leave and support the mom. And I'm sure babysitting the kids is like a whole thing that it's gonna take up the dad's time or whatever. And he said the 11 and 7-year-old can't be home alone, so ni modo que they're home alone at the grandparents' house. So
They could have taken them with them. I've been no. You know what? Actually, I disagree. At the moment when he did that, he was kind of an asshole because I've been in situations similar to that where I've had to go with my parents when I was young, 7, 6, 12, over to relatives or grandparents when they're in critical condition in the hospital. I frequently had to do that when I had my aunt here. She was in the wheelchair. We frequently had to get up at like 2 in the morning to take her to the hospital to see what was wrong. Like, they could have definitely taken the kids. Like, this is not like a unique thing. Hispanic families do this all the time. I'm sure you guys have had similar situations too, where your parents have taken you. You've been in the hospital, where you've fallen asleep. I remember one of the first times I watched Dragon Ball Z was when my grandpa was in the hospital in critical condition,
Look at that.
and I had to sit
Dragon
there,
Ball Z.
with him. And they had Dragon Ball Z playing on the fucking TV. Like, it is not unique to take your kids to go see your grandparents in critical condition. Like, it's just not.
am I the asshole for yelling at my wife after she blew up my phone with calls because of a fire?
Wait, what?
Am I the asshole for yelling at my wife after she blew up my phone with calls because of a fire? Is he an asshole?
But
The
what
wife,
happened?
the wife blew up his phone with calls because of a fire. What do you think?
A
What?
fire in the house that he was in? I don't
Who
understand.
knows?
What?
There's no more context?
I work in a place where we're not allowed to have personal electronics on us. No phones, no smartwatches, no pagers. I've been working here for about 6 months, so my wife knows this and understands that she should not try to contact me by my cell at work. Phones are dropped off in our lockers, and I typically have mine on Do Not Disturb. Before this incident, my phone has never gone off in the locker before. Recently, there was a pretty big fire at a secondary work site that I do work at occasionally, but that day, I was working at the main building. Local news covered the fire before I found out about it because, again, no electronics, plus the work we do isolates us a bit, so news travels pretty slowly. There were a few casualties and a lot of seriously injured folk. He was not at the site, though. My wife was watching the news and started freaking out,
My
I
wife?
guess. She called me 20 times, which, and I did not know was possible, overrode my Do Not Disturb. Oh, that's true. I think after like 3 or 4 tries, it overrides Do Not Disturb. My phone was ringing for a while in my locker. In the middle of my shift, I got called into my manager's office and was chewed out and written up for my phone making so much noise. That's more of the asshole of the employer then.
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
They
That's
told
an
me to go
employer
take care of
asshole.
whatever
First of
was
all,
making
it's
my
already-
phone go
It's
off.
already one of those places where like you can't have your phone at hand. You gotta
Yeah.
put it, like, what the
I
fuck?
won't lie. When I saw those 20 missed calls from my wife, I was seriously pissed off. Like I said, she knows not to try to contact me directly, and a citation hurt my chances of getting a raise or promotion. I called her back, and she was sobbing, asking if I was okay. I said, of course I was okay, and asked what the fuck was wrong with her to call me so many times.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
he's kind of
He's an asshole, yeah.
Yeah,
She
he's
was
an
still
asshole.
crying and started talking about the fire. Then I started half yelling at her about all the reasons it was dumb for her to call me. When I got home, she was upset. I apologized for yelling. She refused to talk. She's been
Dude,
very
after,
cold.
like,
Yeah.
after like the 8th or 9th call missed,
Oh
I
my
would've
God.
just fucking driven to where he's working.
You're
just to
the
make sure.
asshole.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
fuck,
That-
she was concerned about your safety.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Have your phone on silent.
Fuck that
wait,
job.
You're,
Honestly, the job is the worst part about
job
all
is
of
the,
this.
the boss is the asshole.
Yeah.
Your wife was worried that you could have been killed, and you're upset that she was checks notes concerned about you. Do you not understand human emotions? She was panicking. It's like you with the hour-and-a-half thing. We just talked about that.
That's stupid, dude.
But
Fuck that
yeah,
job.
fuck the job.
Yeah, fuck the job. The job is the worst part
I
about
would've
this.
just
Fuck.
honestly,
What the
I'd
hell's
just
wrong
keep
with your
the phone
boss?
In my pocket, dude. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I mean, I'm pretty
What
sure
if I'm
they.
having an emergency? Oh, sorry, I missed the
The
death
birth
of
of
my
my
father.
child.
or
or
some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But that's I'm glad I work for a decent employer where they're not like that. So
Yeah.
Oh, your
me
mom
too.
died?
I'm
Well, too
fucking
bad.
glad.
Put your phone in the locker.
honestly, like, what the fuck did they blow up your phone? Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay, so is this gonna interfere with your work? Like, fucking idiots.
Fucking hate
People
that,
are
dude.
crazy. And I also hate the other side of it where it's like, oh yeah, my wife's gonna have a baby on Monday. I'll be back Wednesday though. It's fine. It's like, dude, spend time with your family.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, I
Like,
gotta
Yeah.
work.
Nah,
right?
fuck
Like
that.
some
fuck
people that are like,
They've
nah, I
been-
gotta go
they've
back to
been
work.
brainwashed through like
Yeah.
Capitalism, man.
People that get brainwashed where they're like, man, you know, you work so hard, we gotta ask you to take days off, man. It's crazy. It's like, nah, I'll stay at work. And it's
I
like,
don't need to work.
dude, relax. You can 100%
You can
relax.
call me on weekends.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fine.
Oh,
Call me anytime.
No, fuck, dude.
yeah.
No.
I don't know.
I
get
rarely
it.
answer the phone when I'm like,
I get it
it's your
'cause that's
nine-
what's been
it's your-
drilled
it's your-
into
It's
them.
your child's 9th birthday, and it's like you're about to blow
Yeah.
the candles. Oh, sorry, I got to pick up my job.
Yeah,
They
no.
need me to fill
I
in for Bob.
know. No, yeah. You could. I mean, okay, because there's a lot of good parental leave for fathers too, right? At some companies, so it's like if they go, oh, you know, you can take like 2 weeks off or something to bond with the
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
Not 2 days. Like what? It takes.
tomorrow.
Yeah, like
The only
that
time-
baby's gonna keep me up. Fuck that. I'm sleeping at the office, dude.
the only time I find it acceptable is if like,
Super poor.
if you're super poor, where like you can't miss those 2 weeks of income.
99% of the time, you know, it's those salaried guys.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are like,
Yes.
who cares?
9 times out of 10, but sometimes on occasion it is someone that actually does need to take them because of money reasons. In that
I
case,
get
like
it.
okay,
I
like
can't
fine.
miss 1
But that's-
hour, or they'll turn the lights off.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any paid parental leave for. Well, there might be for fathers in California, but
I was gonna say we live in California.
yeah,
Right?
California.
Yeah, California.
Parental leave. The phone listened to me. Well, yeah, paid family parental leave. So,
Yeah.
it's available for maternity leave if you live in California, and you can use your own sick leave and or vacation accruals to supplement your pay.
Yeah. yeah.
On top of that, so
Like if you can do that, like okay, fine, you know, do that.
Yo! Paid family leave provides working Californians up to 8 weeks of partial pay to take time off work to take care, bonding with a new child. That's
8
crazy.
weeks?
That's crazy.
Hell
What?
yeah, dude. For the first 2 months of my
Oh.
child.
I'm gonna go
I
have
mean-
a kid just to get those 8 days.
8 days, 8
8
weeks.
8 weeks.
Yeah. And every weekend you're out paint malling and stuff.
Do you know when
Hey,
that law came into
Hey,
effect?
How's your
20
son?
years ago.
I don't fucking know. I'm on vacation.
Dude, my friend got fucked over.
Okay, employer
He
requirements.
got fired because, or no, he was forced to quit. So that he was forced to quit, and to go take care of his kid, dude. That fucking
Wow.
sucks.
What place? What company?
Uh,
Could probably lost
I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah, I could tell him. Fuck.
Eligible employees may take 12 weeks of parental leave within the first year of a child's arrival by birth, adoption, or foster placement. I don't know. I guess it depends. It'll literally depend. Family temporary disability. Yeah, so it was a law enacted in 2002 extends unemployment disability compensation to cover individuals. So this is through the state.
Time to burn down that company, dude. Molotov cocktail
TBH.
party.
In Minecraft. That's Broke Till Friday.
All right, based. I'm probably like an hour late.
We're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. Now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday. Bye, my friends. We'll see you next week. And now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday.